I am live. I am live. I am live. Real quick, let's make this live stream. And as I'm at Whole Foods, drinking my water, my healthy water. And I got into a conversation with someone and about the economy while I'm at this grocery store. And and I told them, I said, look, if you're new to cryptocurrency, just purchase 1/10 of a Bitcoin, right? 1/10 of a Bitcoin. And they went on to ask me, why should they purchase 1/10 of a Bitcoin? And this is how I explain it to a very simple, I'm trying to check my hair, and in layman's term, right? Because when Bitcoin honestly was, I think around $50,000, I told a lot of people that Bitcoin was out of reach for many people to get just one Bitcoin. And but then I started to think about it. I'm like, the future value of Bitcoin is going to be so much bigger than 50K, right? So much bigger than 50K. So I took that as bad advice. Even Robert Kiyosaki, on his Twitter post, the number one best-selling author of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. If you have not read that book, and no, I do not get any type of endorsement for saying that people should read that book. But that should be your first step, I think, once you learn about what real money is, what fake money is. He also have a book called Fake. That's a great book as well. Because most people work their entire lives and never accumulate any assets, right? They never accumulate any real world wealth. In fact, one of my sayings is don't show me your commission checks for the people that's in network marketing or MLM, right? Don't show me your commission checks. Show me your assets, right? Do not show me your commission checks. Show me your assets. And so I was reading on my phone an article that states that Bitcoin spot ETFs is at 55 billion in assets so far. They could surpass gold ETFs within a matter of months. Gold ETF has almost 100 billion in assets and are suffering outflows. And so is Bitcoin better than gold? So let me break this down. Gold is finite, that its supply can be influenced by mining activities and new discoveries. Let's first break that down. Robert Kiyosaki, again, the guru of all this, made this Twitter post that, people are telling some people to invest in gold, but they always find new gold, right? They always find new gold. It's finite. It's new discoveries. We don't know how much of this earth has gold. We just don't. We don't know how much of this earth has God's money. And therefore, that's why I said silver, especially for the upper middle class, those persons or people or families that has about six figures, right? And lower middle class if your income is below 100K, right? Because silver and copper are industrial metals, right? Which means we use them in everyday things that we use. They dispose, right? Cell phone batteries, right? RFID chips, 5G Wi-Fi, catalytic converters, all of these use cases, copper pots, copper bracelets for your health, which I wear for so many health benefits. And so you want these indisposable metals that Infinite God made versus gold, not only because gold is over $2,000 an ounce, and silver and copper are really, really cheap, but because big gold is finite, that the supply can be influenced by mining activity. Now, on the reversal, Bitcoin has a set limit of 21 million coins that no single person, no group will ever be able to change. I want you all to get this. And I'm going to try to explain this to you as if you are a fifth grader. And if you are a fifth grader, because sometimes I do have my kids watch my live streams, I want you to understand this as well. Having a set limited supply of anything makes it more valuable, right? Having a set limit supply of something that no group can control. Yes, it can be, the price can be manipulated. We might have good news economically and Bitcoin skyrockets, and then we'll have bad news, and then it may go for a crash or a slight change in the price. But it is, you all, it is not like gold. It is a set limit supply. Gold is finite, right? Um, it always can be found. You want something that is has a set limit supply like Bitcoin. In fact, look at Raven coin, which is a branch of Bitcoin. Raven coin, it has a finite supply as well. Raven coin is about 40% today. So when we are living in an economy when you can see your gas and groceries, again, I just left the grocery store, prices are increasing. You want to put cash and something that has a set limit supply and that will grow your cash because it fights against inflation. What's inflation? Again, I said I'm going to explain this like a fifth grader. It is the rising pricing of your everyday expenditure, your gas, your groceries, your utilities, your light bill, phone bill, whatever that you cannot control. You cannot control the pricing of gas. You cannot control the pricing of your groceries. So you put your cash into something that is going to outgrow it, outpace it. That is as simple as I can put it. For people that say Bitcoin is a scam, I really feel sorry for them because they don't understand the United States dollar is a scam. It has a finite supply as well. Don't you know the government just passed a $1.2 trillion bill? Like, anytime they want to increase the debt for the United States of America, they just pass a bill. Anytime they want to inflate the economy, right? They want people to go out and spend money. They just print more money. They just give you PPP loans. Thank you for that thumbs up. They just give you, um, larger tax refund, larger child tax credit. And they know people that are consumers who only spend money. When you spend money, you put an N to it, END, will go out and buy something that depreciates in value versus appreciate. Whether it's going on a vacation, rich people take trips, poor people take vacation, whether it's buying a new vehicle, buying multiple vehicles, they know that people that have not been taught money, once they get cash, are going to spend it and not invest it. So why Bitcoin? Because it had a set limit supply. Unlike the United States cash, the more cash that circulates into the economy, the more it loses its purchasing power. The higher your prices will look, but really what it is cash is losing its purchasing power. Your dollars is able to buy less and less. That's what it is in reality, is losing its value. So you put your cash in things that are valuable. That's why real estate is called real estate, because it's real. And you might say, well, yeah, I can touch real estate, I can touch silver, I can touch copper. I cannot touch crypto. So how is Bitcoin real if I can't touch it? Well, you can ask yourself that about wind, right? The wind blows, we can't touch it, we can feel it. You can ask yourself that about the Holy Spirit, right? If that's what you believe in the Holy Spirit, you can ask yourself that about your subconscious mind. What makes Bitcoin real is that whoever the genius mind, see, it's an intellectual property. So you have to understand that. See, God is not making any more land. That's what makes real estate real. God is not making any more land. Now they're always discovering new gold and silver, but according to the news, copper has a is high demand and low supply, copper, right? Industrial use, things that are used. So you say, well, I can't touch Bitcoin. Well, you can feel it. I promise you, when it hits 70K and you got some of it, you have a good feeling. I promise you that. If you don't have a good feeling when your crypto portfolio is growing, something is wrong. You can feel it. I promise you. You can't touch the wind, you can't see it, but you can feel it. And we are heading into World War III. More than likely, President Trump will be 47. The POTUS, right? He's any. Let me tell you all something. Any war has been over money. I don't care what they tell you. Any war has been over money. It has been over territory where they want to control the land in other countries that have real world commodities like oil, natural gas, aluminum, bauxite, agriculture. Right, every war from World War One and Two, and soon to come three, is about controlling the money and controlling the real world assets, having control and the power. World War III is going to happen because these other countries is dumping the United States dollar, and the United States would not be the world reserve currency. So now they're going to bring in digital cash. Digital cash is going to be cheaper. It's going to be faster. What most people don't know that in 1971, President Nixon removed the dollar from the gold standard, right? Remove the dollar from the gold standard. So cash, our cash, is supposed to be backed by a commodity. That's the only thing that made it valuable. So cash used to be backed by gold. Other countries would. That's why they wanted to use the United States cash, because they knew at any time they supposed to legally be able to transport the cash back and get the real wealth, the real resource, the real money, which was gold. Well, in 1971, Spain was on their way on their warships to do just that. And President Nixon mid-trip, right, changed the law so they could not get the gold. The United States didn't have the gold. I don't know what they're going for at night. So they couldn't let other countries know that, hey, we really don't have the gold. But they had the power. And the power was the military. So then, right, Saddam Hussein, petrodollar, right, came into play. We don't have our cash backed by gold anymore, real money, so we need another commodity. Let's back it by petrol. Petrodollar came into play, and that's where the name petrodollar came from. Most people don't even know why we call it the petrodollar, because of the oil, and they make Saudi Arabia, But now when you got other countries combining together in their military forces against America's one military force, and you have a POTUS that says we are going to war, and Trump is going to go to war. Because like he told you, he has nothing against Bitcoin, but he is for real about that US dollar. And he's going to go to war to defend the dollar. Biden's going to run his debt up like he's doing. Trump won't have but a choice but to go to war, because by the time election happens in November, more and more countries are going to be off the United States dollar. They're already using their own digital central banks, digital currency, right? And so people that are only holding on to cash is going to lose. People that is not in digital asset, intellectual property, because whoever created Bitcoin is unknown. And this intellectual property, this genius behind this, did not allow the government to be a third party intervene. They said, I want something for the people, and I want something that's going to create in value, that's going to have a set limit supply, and it's going to act like gold, but it's going to be digital. And the intellectual property of whoever created it now began other cryptos that coming into play that's going to usher in or bring in this fourth industrial revolution. So you want at least a tenth of a Bitcoin to fight against inflation. You want Bitcoin because it's set limit. Like, you're able to get it now as an everyday retail investor. You won't be able to get it for a lifetime. You won't in a couple of years, especially with these big asset companies buying Bitcoin, BlackRock, big corporations coming in, everyday people, retail people, investors, they won't be able to get into Bitcoin because they're buying it by the millions and by the billions. Another reason, because billionaires are buying it. Unfortunately, broke people do what broke people do. They take broke people advice. They don't watch what rich people are doing and follow their trend. They listen to their friends who have no more than what they have. They don't watch what the rich are doing, right? And then you have to have an emotional and a mental mindset. You have to put your money where your mouth is. A lot of times, sometimes people tell me, well, Queen, I'm talking to my friends and family, and they don't believe me. They won't invest. Well, a lot of times they won't invest because you haven't invested. You're just talking. Your money is not where your mouth is. And you don't know, but subconsciously they know that you're not an investor either. They know you're just talking about something, but you don't have your action behind it. So that's why they don't listen to you. They know that you're just regurgitating something you heard me say or somebody else on YouTube say, but you are not a participator. So at 70,000 of Bitcoin right now, even though I started talking about it in 2018 when it was 3,000, I thought then I was late. Now I see I was early. It is never too late to dollar cost average into Bitcoin because Bitcoin is going to be $1 million um, asset, right? And and hear me when I say this, and I'm logging off because it's getting hot, right? I don't have my windows down. Hear me when I say this. Anyone that's in there, a multi-million is into crypto. I don't care what they tell you. This is something network marketers don't understand. They get into network marketing and then they say, well, my leader is against crypto. My leader said the dollar will never fail. The dollar is already failing. Look at your pricing. It's written on the wall, people. My leader is telling me to get in gold. Well, gold is a store of wealth. You don't have wealth yet. You're trying to build wealth. Gold just keep your dollars valuable. Gold keeps your dollars from losing in their purchasing power. It's a store of wealth. It's not to make you wealthy. And believe you me, if you are in network marketing, whatever product your leader have you selling, they are taking their commissions and putting it in the real tradition. While you are putting your money into that product, they're taking their commissions and putting it into the fourth industrial revolution, into traditional crypto. I promise you, they may not tell you this publicly, but they are doing it privately. And while they have you so religiously believing in that company, they are putting their money into real estate and in crypto. They will never tell you this publicly, but they are doing it privately. Believe I'm telling you. And so you have to have your own mind. And so what happens is when people see Bitcoin at 70K, their leader tell them things like, "Oh, it's far out of reach. It's never too far out of reach for Bitcoin because you may not have access to it 2 or 3 years from now. It could the supply could be gone. We have the halving coming up in April, so let's throw that out the window. In other words, you better get it while it's available, right? No matter what the price is in U.S. dollars. No, like for example, if I told you there would be only $21 million worth of gold, and you better get some while it's here, then you will be foolish not to get it. And I'm telling you, it won't be any more gold. That's not the case. But I'm just telling you, that's a scenario. You see the signs all around you, people. When we go to war, inflation is going to be off the chain. Prices now, listen. They started 2 years ago, um, calibrating gas pumps for double-digit gas prices for $10. I think in California right now, gas may be at $5 to $6 a gallon, right? They started recalibrating gas pumps so gas can be double digits. This is coming. People are stocking up on and disposable goods, things that have long shelf life. People are stocking up on their ammo, their protection, right? So, you can still try to accumulate cash. You know, cash is not king anymore when other countries are dumping it. Cash is essential for your essential items, but it is not valuable. Please hear me when I say this. It's essential, but cash is not increasing in value. In fact, it's decreasing. It takes more and more cash to buy your everyday items. So you want to grow your cash into real world asset. In fact, the United States has $1 billion worth of real world assets already on the blockchain. The United States Treasury of America. So why don't you have some money in this new blockchain technology? Right? So get yourself some Bitcoin, grow your money, and then look into the other cryptocurrencies that's going to have real world utility too, such as Ethereum, such as Solana. We are moving to a fourth industrial revolution. Back in 1930s, if you would have told people that cash would be the new money and not gold and silver during the Great Depression, they would have not believed you. And a lot of people still don't believe that we're moving to digital money right now. Why do you think they're increasing the national debt? They're about to bankrupt this old financial system out. We're moving into a new financial system. I just left Whole Foods. You can scan your palm now. You can scan your palm and make a payment. Like, this is new new technology. You can go to a professional sporting event and no cash is accepted. You can go to your child's high school and junior high games and you can submit payment via Cash App. You don't need cash. It's already here. But if you want to close your eyes to it and be oblivious to it, that's your choice. Hey, I'm logging off. I'm starting to sweat. You all have a great remainder of your day. Make sure you are subscribed to me on YouTube, Queen 11. That's E11EVEN. And hey, let's get ready for the greatest web transfer that we will ever see in our lifetime. We wasn't alive in 1930s. I guess some of you wasn't. Who knows? You might got reincarnated. I don't know. But in 1930s, the Great Depression was the greatest web transfer ever that generation saw. And now in 2024, it's going to repeat itself again, right? History often doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. We're moving to digital currency world. Queen out.